Alright, hey everybody. Been a few weeks. Want to give you a quick update on what's going on lately. It is now Friday the I believe the 5th. Yeah, that sounds right. Friday the 25th, the evening of. The 27th, in 2 days, which will be Sunday, is our big fish club meeting. South Carolina Aquatics Association will be throwing their big CATS show. That's CATS, Carolina Aquatics Trade Show. And it will be held in Spartanburg, South Carolina at the USCS, on the campus of USCS. That's University of South Carolina, Spartanburg location. And it will go from, I believe it's 10 in the morning till about 4 in the afternoon. So if you're in the area, I would highly advise you try to get over and see us. It's only $5 to get in. We're completely sold out of vendor tables this year. First time ever. Every vendor that is in the area and the surrounding area and stuff has bought in and stuff. So there will be plenty of things to check out. We've got everything from pond supplies, driftwood, aquarium accessories and equipment supplies. We have a dedicated frag room. We'll have 2 speakers. One will do a session on garden ponds, and the other one will be doing it on, I believe it's aquarium medications for ill fish. You can always go to the CATS website, which is Carolina Aquatics Tradeshow.com, I believe. I don't have any of this stuff in front of me. This is an impromptu video, but you can look up cats and fish shows or something like that. You'll Google it. You'll get it. I'm sorry, I'm very unprepared for this video, but I had a few minutes. Thought I would shoot this. For those of you who are local and have asked the question of me, what was I bringing this year? You will notice in the video there that silvery blue angelfish. That's one of them, and the other one's around here somewhere. It's probably hiding down over there on the side. These are the parents. These are Philippine blue angelfish. I got them a couple years ago from a breeder down in Charleston, South Carolina, and I had no activity out of them whatsoever for the first year and a half or so. And when I moved recently into where I'm living right now, I guess the change in water or whatever, there comes the other one. There's the male and there's the female. And looking at them, I don't know, you can tell in the videos here, she's got her tube down, so it looks like she's getting ready to drop some more eggs, which means I need to go get a divider and keep those koi angels away from her, because they harass both of them and eat the eggs. So they were able to get the first 3 broods out, and then afterwards the koi started bunching up on them and were eating all the eggs. So I only got 3 batches. Speaking of that, I am going to be bringing that first batch, which were the eggs were actually put on glass on November 16th of this past year. So they're approximately 2 months old, a little over 2 months old. They are ready to go, ready to be sold. They are about quarter size, and I will be bringing quite a few of them. And I will also be bringing along some endlers, just some wild endlers that I got a batch of 6 of them a couple years ago. Threw them in a 10-gallon tank with some plants in it, and actually pretty much forgot about them. I topped the tank off, didn't really pay that much attention. It was in my makeshift office and kind of out of the way, and there was a lot going on with my mother and her situation at the time, so I wasn't really paying that much attention. I just fed them and everything, and it wasn't until just not too long ago that I realized that I had hundreds and hundreds of them in there now. So yeah, they're doing well. So I'm going to bring some of those along with me. Plants wise, let me see if I can do this. I'm doing this on a cell phone, so give me some latitude here. This right here which I have yet to trim up. I'm going to be fresh trimming this tomorrow. So it will be cut and you will get it the very next day. This is the, well, it's called pearlweed or baby tears, or many common names, but I'm going to section this off into portions, and you see I'm going to cut it down to where it's down towards the bottom. Well, I can't do it with my finger, right? Yeah, here we go. I'm going to cut it down to about just like maybe a ½ inch above, because I do want it to carpet. But I've let it grow wild like this just because I wanted the clippings for the show. So I'm going to have plenty of that. I just packaged up a bunch of Java moss. So if you're interested in some Java moss, I will have Java moss. The other thing I'm going to be bringing is this nifty stuff right here. And the color shift on this isn't all that good. That really is a lot greener than it looks. There's a real yellow cast in this for some reason or another. But that is limnophilia. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce that first one, but it's aquatica. It is very lush and very full. Let's see if I can zoom in on one of these. You can see how fine finned the little leaves are on it. It's a lot thicker than like hornwort and those others, Kambamba or whatever that is that looks similar to it. But it's got a lot more to it. It's a lot fuller and lusher. And I'm going to be bringing quite a few. Most of the lower stuff that you see there in the front is all going to come out, and a bunch of the stuff towards the middle, some of the larger ones are going to come out because I want it back behind that piece of driftwood that you see there. So that's pretty much what I'm going to leave, and then the rest of it's going to come up and be up for sale. So I'll have that with me. The other thing that I do not have in this tank is going to be, I'm going to be bringing a bunch of Java fern, okay? It is kind of a combination of regular Java fern and Wendelov, Java fern Wendelov, or Wendelov, whatever, however you pronounce that. Some of the leaves will produce the Wendelov, but it's not full bore Wendelov, or at least not the pictures that I've seen of full bore, because it shows every leaf has that real kind of disoriented pitchfork type growth at the very end. And this one, some of the leaves grow to a narrow at the top, and some of them get that growth. So not sure exactly how that was done, but who knows in this industry with the way man's screwing around with nature. But once again, that's an overall look at things. So there may be some other things that I stuff in there. I haven't decided. I hadn't started pulling this stuff out yet. But those are definite ones that are coming along. As I get into the tanks and stuff, there may be some Anubias. I believe there's some extra Anubias that I can clip off and bring a couple of those with me. But primarily is, as I said, I can see if I can get in tight on this guy. He goes over in the shadows. Where's the other one? Where are you at? There you are. Right there. That's the female. And you can see her tube is down. You can see in that shot her tube is down. But that is a full bore. I really wish the color was better on this camera. I'm going to have to play with this thing. The camera's great, but I haven't figured out how to do the color adjustments and stuff on it yet, especially not in the tank. And I do have, as you can see, let me zoom out a little bit. I have that little hot Magnum running on the front right now with a pleated filter in it and stuff. I just had a green algae bloom recently, and it's still got a little bit of a green cast, a little milky green cast to the water. So it's, it's kind of showing some weird colors here. But believe me, they are, just stop by and you can check it out on the babies. I'll have some good pictures of them too, of the parents, and you can look at the babies. Of course, the blue doesn't really come out until they get a little bit older. You'll see a little bit of a cast of blue on the babies, but it gets more intense as they get older. And those are my prize possessions right there that I'm going to be bringing along with me. The Endlers, I haven't even, I'm not an Endlers expert, and as I said, these were given to me at the end of a show 2 years ago. I honestly don't even know what variation they are. but I'm going to have them with me. And maybe one of you smart people could come up and identify them for me and give me some background on them, because that would be wonderful. I just have not had the time to really get in and do the things that I'd love to do in this in the hobby. It's become basically the necessities of, and when I find a little bit of extra time, I try to apply it to the fish tanks. This one right here, I have a very sneaky feeling that since Petco has their 75-gallon tanks on sale for $89, this might be magically turning from a 55 into a 75-gallon tank soon. So, and that'll give me a lot more depth to play with for the plants. Which also, guys, any of you that are going to be bringing plants, please bring clippings of anything you got, because I am definitely in the market for some new interesting plants. We can talk trade or buy straight out, whichever. I am definitely interested in looking for some new interesting plants to put in, especially if I'm going to get that 75, because I'm going to have a lot more room to work with to aquascape, and I am going to dedicate some time to the aquascape once I do that, and really throw down and do it right. So. But we'll see how that goes. In the interim, they will be probably integrated into the tanks I have. For those of you who do follow me, the 40 and the 20 in the other room, I've been kind of tit-tatting with them and stuff. I haven't done too much. I've got it to a point now where if I can just find some time to sit down and do a little video on it and stuff, I can catch you up. And I have started on the 40. I've kind of got it, just kind of dragged the plants around and got figured out a layout for it, so to say, and I gotta get in there and take the time to do it. But I've just, it's kind of low on the to-do list right now. I've got a lot of work that has come in on the first of the year, and I've got a lot of stuff that was languished a little bit through the holidays that I have to catch up with too. So. But that's where we're at, and as a matter of fact, looking at my watch, I need to get going. So, like I say, if you're going to be in the area, the Spartanburg, South Carolina area, if you're up in Charlotte or down in Atlanta or whatever like that, it'd be well worth your trip to come up here Sunday from, as I said, believe it's from 10 to 4 on the USCS, which is University of South Carolina Spartanburg campus, which is right off of 85. So, either way, if you're in Charlotte or Atlanta, you just follow 85 all the way up through, and you'll see the signs for the USC exits. And you just get off on that and go in, and you can pretty much ask anybody once you get in there. We will have some signs out pointing the way to where we are, but if you can't find it, just ask somebody at that point, or look on the website that you can get a map there. So that's going to be it for me right now. Hope to see you guys there. If not, I hope you got your eyes full of the tank. I am going to try to spend some more time with it, but as I say, very, very busy lately, and I gotta go. So have a good one and have a great weekend. Bye.